Okay. So
Oh,
you're
because-
Because
I
people
just went
play the
live.
games.
I just went live.
Okay.
None.
Oh. Are we gonna talk about Brandon? Are we gonna talk about Brandon real quick though?
Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, we're going. Welcome back, everybody, to the Dark Horse Slugging Association Game 3 on the docket here. I'm Dawson, here with my co-host, James, the knower.
I know things, yes, sir, and I'm ready for a great game here today.
I'm as well. We got an interesting matchup here with Mushroom Cloud and Pipe Dream, both I'd say on opposite ends of the spectrum as far as like where they are whenever it comes to competition and where they plan to be. You know, Pipe Dream is investing to play now, and you see Mushroom Cloud is taking on the future, having one of the best potential draft classes and high value picks early.
Yeah, I mean, with GM Brandon, he saw that his team couldn't perform, and rather than banking on some unwarranted success, he knew what he had to do, and he started making some great trades for next season. I mean, he traded with, as you've said before, it's the Bonnie Blue Challenge. Traded with every team in the league and getting just swapping picks. Just exceptional GM moves here by GM Brandon.
I would tend to agree. I think that GM Brandon came in knowing at this point, down 0-6, very little chance to be able to go to the postseason. I think with a loss here, he'll be eliminated. Or may still have an outside shot to make it in. But he's focusing on next season, putting out a lineup that is still going to be mildly competitive, still going to be able to have the good defensive outfield, but trying out some new things with Green Toad making a debut, seeing Red Noki making a debut, and Baby Peach's first pitching performance. So you're going to see a lot of new pieces as we work into this new season. So, or as they focus on working to the new season. But as far as Pipe Dream picking up Red Piazza, how valuable do you see that?
I see Red Pianta is such a key piece. I mean, now they're going Pianta. They kind of got a bit of a twin matchup. You know, Red Pianta, Red Yoshi, Blue Pianta, Blue Yoshi. I mean, it's some nice chemistry bouncing off there. I'm ready to see how it really plays into their overall game. And Pipe Dream, they've had some good output, and I think with Red Pianta, they'll have even more output. So I'm excited to see that.
I am as well. I think that has given them the power that they need, because they've been searching for that, to be a little bit more powerful on offense, and then as well really being able to connect with each batter, because they keep people on base, but they just struggle to get the RBIs. So perhaps bringing in Red Pianta to be able to knock everybody in and bring them home would be something that will help elevate their team. So we head to Yoshi Park, and this has been known as the field as the Great Equalizer. So some calling it some celebrations stations, if you will, with the train in the back. Really making a big effort to make every game unique and interesting. Do you think that's going to play an effect here?
I'm confident it will, especially it being at nighttime. That train is extra long. That wiggler length is astounding to see.
Truly astounding. I'm shocked. I'm amazed.
Honestly, I'm overwhelmed. Awestruck for sure.
It's just there's so much, and it just keeps going. And whenever you disappears, you're like. Wait, you're so excited to see it come back, right?
Oh, very much so. And I mean, with the capacity for it to affect the outfielders, and even hitting it into the I don't know, the containers. You can hit a home run even when it doesn't go out of the park. It's just really exciting to see how it'll affect. We don't really see much from the piranha plants that are out in the outfield, but this smaller park. Will be interesting to see here with these outfields and both of the Piantas for Pipe Dream. But I'm ready for the game.
I am as well. So let's take it away. And big shout out to recent sponsor of the Golf Course Slugging Association, the Lil BJ's, the Hookah Lounge. And coming up clutch with some big sponsorship money to be able to really elevate this league and put us on some primetime opportunities. I hear there's word of us eventually moving on to ESPN2 for all of our games. So, and that couldn't have been done without our sponsors, Lil BJ's. Don't worry about who owns them. It's all about just the good vibes that they bring.
I'm very excited for this sponsorship by Lil BJ's. I mean, we've already seen how it's affected. We heard reports of Luigi being there the game before today, or the night before today's game, and obviously the Wigglers did not win. A great output by Warp Zone Warriors, but Luigi himself had an amazing first outing. Did solid as a player. I mean, there was already doubts that he wouldn't go well with the team, and he showed out. Obviously, after seeing Daisy, she's gotten close with DK, I've heard, and we know how that is. Luigi.
It's been such a big thing because DK, it almost like if you're Luigi, you're like thinking that this is and kind of burning on the radar. You're like so quickly, you just all of a sudden you're just hanging out with DK. Like, that's kind of weird. It's like, what is going on in that situation? So, it's a little bit weird to see how fast things are happening. And then you also see Tiny Kong work her way back onto Slug and Heat. And you're like, how does that vibe happen? Because you think she had something going so strong with the players on Wigglers. And then you just head back to being right back underneath Donkey Kong's boots. So, I'm curious to see what that's going to... how that whole team vibe. I mean, this is the drama that is completely taking over the league right now. I meid you're seeing it in all the TikToks and all the league discourses. It's not even about the games anymore. It's more about all the field stuff.
And the off-the-field presence by all these players has just grown exponentially within the past few games. I mean, we've seen so much, especially from GM Tay. Tay, on some escapades we've seen, and I'm sure we'll see more in games to come. It's honestly kind of scary to see for the league. So much of it being lopsided. You have some very positive things and you have some very negative things happen outside, even during the games. It's exciting. It's terrifying. A lot of it is just so much interesting activity, especially when Tay is off that walk, so to say.
And it's like it becomes the league is like Hardcore Slugging Association at night. Like it's an NSFW league whenever Tay's around, whenever he gets off that walk. It's shocking because you're like, that's not the league that I grew up watching. It's like all of a sudden we're suddenly getting into some weird territory. I mean, you see Luigi's going out to the little BJs. I mean, we're not going to say anything about the bad about the little BJs because it's a great something that brings brings money into Wario City. I mean, that's something that is thriving and as deserved so. I mean, you'd be shocked by the owners, the two people that have nothing in common coming together to work on this project together. I mean, you even have special guest Rosalina coming in as VIP tonight. So
I won't lie, that was a very very enticing special guest there. And I mean, Little BJ's is such a staple of that community. I mean, Wario City was plagued with so much negativity, and so many people from the outside just thought it was a crime-ridden city, and Wario was just absolutely set on changing that. Got in contact with Bowser, and they just made a beautiful little strip of shopping malls and some nice parks and stuff. And then they want to play both sides. They want to have some nice daytime life, but they also want to that nightlife needs to be popping. And so they added a bar district and the center of that with Lil BJ's just being probably one of the most fun places to be besides Yoshi's Park, obviously.
Well, I'll even say that with Lil BJ's has been something. It's been a boon to Wario City. I mean, they have. I think you look at other like big cities, like like Nashville has like that whole Walk of Fame, and you're seeing that Wario City put that down right in front of Little BJ. So it's like it's even a tourist stop for that daytime life that you're talking about. But then it still turns into that exclusive nightlife opportunity, and you're seeing it become like the VIP section that you're even seeing like some the old money, like the high intense the groups of people that you want to see come into the city and invest are moving in because they have the opportunities to really connect with those other high profile individuals, and you love to see that for Wario City, and even more so for Little BJ's, is those high profile people bring their way in, like Swanky Kong, for example, and even like more of the Koopalings being able to bring a lot of that old money in. So, seeing all sorts of people from different walks of life be able to work together and just enjoy it. And that goes a long way to show, I'll be honest, I didn't know we were allowed to say Wario and Bowser were working together on this. But now that it's apparently public knowledge, I mean, it's awesome to see two people from, like I said, such different backgrounds come together to really invest in a city that, they both thoroughly enjoy.
Oh, they love that city with every ounce of their being. And they've had some great sponsors to really help fund it. As you said, Swanky Kong, and I heard Toadsworth. Even though he's
Toadsworth.
Toadsworth himself. He's kind of a not the most exciting guy, but he knows what places need the money and what things actually bring life to the town. I mean, he's a smart guy. Obviously, being benched recently, he's not as invested. I mean, he's getting closer on the old days. He's not looking good for the game of baseball, but he knows how to spend that money, and he spent it well.
I mean, he's a longtime philanthropist. I didn't know he was so involved in like the nightlife scenes and stuff like that. But
yes,
that doesn't. I mean, his investment for the kids, especially, that's been a big deal to him. So getting to see that, it's really cool to be able to see him branch off and do some more cool things. There's so much like negativity right now in the league, and with all of the crazy drama and stuff that's going on. But seeing like some of that great connections that you wouldn't normally see come out of this has been something that is absolutely shocking. So you love to see what they're able to do.
Excuse me. We're getting word from our producers that you guys need to talk about the game and not whatever Little BJ's is on about.
Oh, right. But who pays our bills? You were Little BJ's, and unfortunately, a union just got a connection with Little BJ's, so the commentators actually do have VIP access now, and it's tough to see, but I mean, it's just how it goes. I mean, that's really tough to say.
I mean, I'm sure this game's going great. I've honestly been on my phone this whole time, but I mean, it's going to be understated how much BJ is just really influencing this league so far.
I mean, they're going to be like, it's this negative influence. It's a company. It's getting corporate. It's corporatized. But that's not like at all what we're trying to see at all. Like we're not worried about that. We want the pure enjoyment brought back to our league. Like we're seeing NK Rule get punched out by Funky Kong or kicked in the head, and like this is the fun stuff that we want to see. And it's you love to see whenever there's great investment. Wario City just got the stadium in Wario City just got a major renovation.
Oh.
And half that's because of the money that Little BJ's is bringing in. Like, how can you be so... To me, that's like the whole thing. It seems so short-sighted to think it's just about the game and that like this is a negative influence. But like, this is so positive to growing the sport, getting more outreach. Even with some of the negative stuff that does come out, you're just seeing so many people brought together from different walks of life playing this game we love.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a beautiful thing to see. As you said, it doesn't matter the background, the economic class, whatever, creed. Everyone is brought together by the game that we love, and Little BJ's is just such a great output with that. They provide so much, and I'm getting word here that we've seen some sizable contributions to charities and the community through both money and just volunteer work with Bowser's underlings and stuff. When they're not playing the game, they're out there in the streets working hard. I mean, it's great to see. Just absolute beauty with the community. I mean, everyone.
Word that they also sponsored the Little League softball team in Wario City, and that's the investment that we're talking about. Letting them to get the opportunity to go play on this storied stadium, and you just love to see that. And I did want to shout out.
That's beautiful.
No, I'm telling you. I want to shout out Red Pianta here because I mean he also is a lovely patron of Lil BJ's. I mean he talks about he will go to Lil BJ's immediately following a game, win or loss, just to be able to because the vibes are so good. So, whenever you see a player like that going out of his way to get involved in this the city in that way, it's the investment that we've been looking for in this league, which is, I mean, we grew up watching different leagues. That's something that we don't talk about enough, is how this league really is the spawn of two different leagues. The Northeast Soot Conference and the Western Conference were two separate leagues. And this year there was a merger which brought both of these leagues together, and a lot of that was centered on the economic impact in Wario City.
Yeah, and I'm just getting word that the original hookah lounge that was there, Hook'em and Cook'em, it was going under there. It was getting like 2-3 patrons within a 5-day span. It was doing terribly, and right before it was going under, Bowser and Wario reached out and gave them a donation to keep them stable, and they are both thriving. I mean, they're on opposite ends of the city, so they're not competing geographically. They're able to stay up and running, and it's just beautiful to see that not only are they building themselves up, but they're building their community, and it's great to see, even with the competition we've seen with Lil BJ's and Yoshi's Park. I mean, Yoshi's Park is really pushing more for that nightlife as we see here. I mean, the nighttime rides are a little bit more extreme. There's a little bit more adult vibe, a little 18 plus stuff, but I feel like it needs to be less of a fighting competition, more of a building each other up competition, as we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They're so close in proximity, and the vibes are so, the vibes at each of their individual establishments are so good. But it's always about a business, right? But Yoshi Park itself, I don't think even, I know they're competing because they're a smaller market than Wario City is. But I mean, you'll even go look at the Mario Stadium story, ancient, one of the first stadiums ever built in this league, and you see them. They're more of that port city. I mean, you see the Daisy Cruiser able to go to port just outside Mario Stadium, and it's just you get all of the tourists coming in to be able to see across the islands, and it's amazing to be able to see that connectivity. But at the same time, you're still competing for those eyeballs. You're still trying to get button seats. And whenever you see this great investment, it's you gotta think about what is Mario Stadium doing? What are they doing different to be able to separate themselves? Because Little BJ's and Wario City, they've connected in a way that's just shocking. And then you also have DK Jungle just out in the middle of the jungle. DK's stadium is just in the middle of nowhere. So I mean, that's just kind of where you gotta think about what the next steps are, especially as this league takes off.
And I mean, the next steps, I think, are definitely working on public perception and building that positive influence. We've seen already a lot of negative comments about places, especially like Lil BJ's, being an unsafe smoke space. I mean, obviously with the hookah lounge, you get a lot of that, but they make sure to keep it in a specific area. All of Lil BJ's is not just a hookah lounge. They have that separated and properly sanctioned off, and they have their own little dance area and their own little everyone area, and they have their hookah lounge separated off. So they're really trying to build it. It's not just a hookah lounge. You're not going to walk in there and be bombarded by smoke and not be able to breathe. So building that positive perception is just so influential on all of these stadiums. I mean, it's so good to see with Mario Stadium and Daisy's Cruiser how they're able to bring in people like the Piantas, coming from their own island. They had their own league not even playing mixed with the regular continent, and it's so beautiful to see them come into this league and not be disrespected and not be taken down and just accepted with open arms, with arms wide open.
I mean, they're not even the only ones, and because the Nokis also came from Delfino as well. So seeing the interconnectivity has been really amazing. So that's something that is, like you said, you love to see that. But I mean, something that I'll even mention is that, like, that, if you didn't know, it used to be, BJ's used to be a factory. It used to be part of a big factory lighthouse setup. It was very interesting because it's also a port city on that island. It's on more of the rocky coast, so you don't see as much boat traffic that way. But it was something that they completely renovated all of it to make it look like that. Like you said, you see all the Instagram posts, you see the Snapchat stories, you see the smoke, the hookah lounge, because it's a destination. When you go to Little BJ's, you go to the hookah area, because like that's the other half. But they have it all separated because it starts out as you walk onto the dance floor. Like that's the first thing you do, past the bouncers after waiting in line. You get it, and there you are. You're on the dance floor. You go get your drink. You're feeling good, and then you go to the hookah lounge. Like that's just the whole vibe of the place. And I think that's the part that people don't really understand whenever you look at it from an outsider point of view. It's so much more than that, and all of the investment is so present by so many different places, and that's what you really love to see.
I know it's just so beautiful to see their contributions. I mean, I've talked about it in plenty already, but this entire city has been built off of just a sense of togetherness and just everyone working for each other and not themselves. It's just so beautiful to see this entire island thrive. I mean, back in the day, we had just some big differences, especially between Mario and Bowser and DK even farther back. But it's so beautiful to see them all come together and build a city, build a beautiful city, beautiful towns. Just, I mean, all the way out into the countryside with DK, it's just such a gorgeous area. I mean, DK Stadium in and of itself it's just so amazing to sit out there and watch a game. I mean,
it's just so picturesque. It's so picturesque.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the prettiest stadiums. I mean, it's certainly not the oldest. It's old. I'll give it that. But it's not nearly as old as Mario Stadium. I mean, they cut it straight out of the jungle, right? There's something just so natural about that wild beauty of it. I mean, so something we'll talk about. You talked about how the generosity and the connection. It's like you look at Wario, owner. Now that we know, the co-owner of Lil BJ's, able to bring Luigi in after all of the drama that went on and really raise his spirits that way. Like there were a couple pictures that got out, but it was very much a private event that was getting Luigi back on the horse, get back on the saddle, back, caring about baseball and the excitement of it all.
I mean, it's just so awesome to see. I mean, Luigi was not looking good after that trade. I mean, we had reports of during the trade he was calling Daisy in tears, and he was so torn up about leaving the team that he loved in Slugging Heat, and then coming to Wario's Wigglers and being met with such generosity, and then even again being beaten down, seeing Daisy just throw him away automatically. I mean, she said that she misses him, but we already saw it. She was just so hard to see, and Wario saw that. He'd seen it in himself. Just years of being overshadowed by somebody else, and so he took it upon himself to build Luigi his own ideal person, going out there and showing that confidence is all you need to do good in life. Is the game over?
I mean, it don't matter. So part of it as well is like seeing like you see like how fast like there's a love triangle now on that team, and it's like, well,
guys,
you left just for that.
Get out the booth.
Hey, wait! Hey, don't touch me! Don't touch me!
We have a union rep. We have a union rep. You can speak to.
The booth.
If you touch me again, I will throw you out of this booth. I swear.
You gotta go.
I swear. Don't touch me.
You gotta go.
James, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.